Hello, everybody. Okay, welcome to Miracle Monday. Miracle Monday, we're going to do oracle card readings. So stay tuned tonight. We're going to talk about how miracles manifest when you raise your vibe and you really focus on calling forth your miracles. And that is what we're going to do tonight. Everyone will get a miracle card reading. And you know, guys, if you are just coming on and tuning in, or if you're going to watch it later, when I read the cards for one person, I guarantee that it goes off and it spreads and the messages trickle down for each and every one of you. So guys, you are live on Miracle Monday with me tonight, Joan of Angels. We are really kind of expanding, Tina and I, into some new ideas and new concepts of helping you guys and kind of touching your hearts in new ways and helping you step into where you are. So guys, let us know where you're from, please. Oh, Kevin's in the house. How wonderful. We haven't seen Kevin for a while. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good. So it's a love-filled night. I am so excited to see everyone. The vibrations nowadays are so high. The eclipse that we had recently dug out the deep dirt in your closet. Okay, brought to life and surface all the dark stuff, the dark shadows, and I have some stories to tell you about it. So guys, if you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and share. I'm going to ask you to go and check out my website, joanofangels.com, if you're new, and sign up and get your life purpose book, which is free on the website. Because then I want you to go and check out this up-and-coming event I'm doing, which is called Live Your Life Purpose Now. And so Tina's going to put the link on the screen and also in the comments for you. But when this class is going to be a hands-on 4-week class with me. And the first part of the class, first 30 minutes or 45 minutes will be a download and instruction. Okay, instruction on some aspect of making it easier, processes to make it easier for you to connect with your life purpose. And then the rest of the class will be a combination of group processes, downloads, personal, one or two people will have personal strategy sessions with me online, in the group. And it'll be a chance for you to meet others who are looking for the same information. So that, guys, is the Ascended Master Program, and I think that we should have it in the bit.ly. We should have it over here somewhere. Let me see where that is. I'm going to make sure you have that. Okay, it's up there, but I want to put it in the comments, so we're going to also do it right here. Good. Yes, because it's going to be a fun class. The more of you that are in the class, I can tell you the more fun it is. Up there it is. We got it right in there for you. If you click on that link, it will take you to the Ascended Master Store. And at the Ascended Master Store, you will find that class. And that class is, I'm very proud of it. I used to teach it regularly years ago. I used to teach it to leaders. I used to teach that class to people who are in multi-level marketing on how to allow the leader in you to emerge. Okay, good. Now to the business of miracles. We are going to start right now. We're going to start with grounding because I need the grounding as much as you do. And then I have a great miracle story to share with you too. I have 2 miracle stories. Okay. And if you have any miracle stories, feel free to put them in there. Okay. All right. Are there any more instructions? Yes. Halfway through, I'm going to do a sample kind of mini soul awakening session with kind of life purpose. So I'm going to give you a little sample of what I'll be doing in the class. All right, good. All right, now we're ready. So let's breathe. Let's all breathe together. Take your deep breath in and then let it all out. Good. And then again, take a deep breath in. And let it all out. Good. So, Mother, Father, God, we ask just now that we be filled, surrounded, and protected with the light. We ask for clarity wisdom, compassion, and understanding as we help each and every soul who is now with us today in this container that we're creating. We are creating a miracle container. I used to call it the miracle brew. I had one year where I used to describe it as a pot. And this pot was on a burning fire, and we all had little ladles to stir it. And in that miracle brew, we would put our hopes. We would put our wishes. We would put our desires. We would put, those fragments of what we really wanted, our heart, literally put our heart in that brew. And then we would stir. And we would magnetize it. All right? We would magnetize it. And so here we are in front of the pyramids tonight. Not a surprise. Neil's hosting, Portal to Ascension is hosting an event to Egypt in the fall of 2023. And I was talking to Neil about it, and here I am. I swear it just happened that this happened. So let's put all of this in our miracle brew. Like your hopes, your wishes, and your desires, like me going to Egypt. So start putting them in literal. So my bowl is also a miracle brew bowl. As you can see, we are flexible. And so we start to create that brew. We can become alchemists, miracle alchemists. All right. Who here wants to be a miracle alchemist? Because it's when we change the field around us, we open the pathway for miracles to flow through to each and every one of us. And I'm so glad to see some of you that you come back and that somehow you are getting the healing energy that you need. And that makes my soul very happy. Good. Makes my soul very happy. So I'm going to tell you a story that happened as of last Monday. So some of you might remember that on Monday, I mentioned that, I was going to be needing to move and changes are in the air. Well, I want you to know that a miracle like that has happened. And I don't want to say too much at this moment, but, things start to unfold when you put them out into the universe and you unfold them. Now, yesterday, 2 days ago, I was co-producing a conference with Portal to Ascension. And so this year, the miracle for me is being out with Portal to Ascension and doing a lot of interviews and co-producing events with Portal to Ascension. And on Saturday, we had an amazing event, a Kundalini event. Tina Marie was there. It was just awesome. And we had a whole array of Kundalini activatresses. And one of them, Kai Shanti, was sharing her story, and I can share it because she shared it publicly. But and she is she is a Kundalini trainer. She teaches people how to do this Kundalini activation. She gives them, and she does other work with people, but she was sharing her history. And she said, well, unlike some of you, I came from a very dark background. She's not the only one who has come from a dark background, guys. I am sure that if I queried some of you, think there are things in each and every one of our pasts that we may not ever want to share with other people. And she shared that before she was activated with the Kundalini awakening, she had been a stripper, a dancer in a club. She had been married to a famous actor and someone from Guns N' Roses. And so she had a kind of wild sex, drugs, and rock and roll life. And she didn't go into the rest of the details, okay? She didn't need to. Because the whole point was that at the moment, your lessons in life are exactly that. They're lessons to help you ascend. They're lessons to help you awaken to miracles. They're lessons to help you awaken to your path and your destiny. So some of us have had to have harder lessons than others, okay? Because that's your karmic energy. That's what was necessary for your karmic field. So for my beautiful self over here, that all of you think, I'm doing so well, and I love you for that, and I so appreciate your support. But there was a time where I had a very low frequency in my life, where I was very afraid, where I didn't know who I was. And I was very, very lost. And I made mistakes and I walked into dark places that, thank God I had angels on my shoulder, that could tell us, that were able to guide me through that dark night of the soul so I could be here now as Joan of Angels. And so those lessons were very hard. Some of those lessons were hard enough that I might never have picked up my walking stick again. Okay? Well, we want to hear about that, Kelly, so you can continue. We want to all hear about that. So the lessons could be very, very, very painful and challenging because you came in this lifetime to burn up that karma. You, in the in-between time, said, look, I understand that I had that karma from that lifetime where I was a Brahmin and I fell because, my ego got in the way. And so give me something so challenging this lifetime that I am going to be able to break free to the other side. So for those of you who have experienced extreme challenges, know that those were part of your agreement and you're ready to dissolve them now because you are awakening to what you are here to do. So I hope that makes sense. So when we say we're opening the door to miracles, we're opening that curtain, that bridge to raising your vibrational frequency to attract that which you want. So that which you are calling for is that which is calling for you with certainty, with confidence. All right. So we have Kelly Bird. I'm going to start, and give Kelly Bird a little miracle reading. Okay. She's like obviously spilling all over the place with excitement to kind of share her miracle. But I love that. Up and look, we have Canella from Palm Springs. That's another miracle. So I was starting to tell you about Kai Shanti and how she stripped. And so yesterday I was giving a talk that Canella was present to the talk, and hopefully I'll be releasing it to you soon. And I was talking about Kai. I was talking about letting go of shame, letting go of anything that stands in your way of being the light. Because we need to glitter, just like we have incoming glitter, we need to glitter so that we can raise that frequency and stand tall so that the light can find us and literally send us that beam that starts to activate and curdle and work with it and simulate and glitter and glow. Okay, so you are literally glittering and glowing from the inside out, kind of like the glitter on this t-shirt here. So in the miracle awakening process and the miracle healing, and what's the other advantage of a high vibratory frequency is that not only do you become a light beamer, outer, a light projector, but you also bring in the light, and every part of your body that's been hidden in shame could be cleared away. So I started doing a process because I was talking about Kay in this talk. And then I started thinking about this process of how we have to let go of fear. We have to let go of shame. And all this before we even do the readings. Notice this. We're going to let go of shame. We need to let go of those times we felt humiliated and embarrassed that we were maybe too much. I have people that say, Joan, can you quiet down? You're so loud. Well, imagine how it used to feel to me as a kid to be told I'm too loud, to quiet down. Do you have to be so exuberant? Okay. So here I am, and I have this beautiful man behind me playing music, and we're letting go. And as we were letting go, I was talking about this cape that we need to wear out in the world to protect us from those barbs, to keep us pure, to keep us sanctified. And before you know it, I'm talking about shaking off that cape, and I threw it off. Well, I started to slip it off, and then I went, oh, wait, I'm stripping here in church. This is not a good idea. And I picked it up, and I put it back on, for a minute. And then I went back to, and I was literally in a channeled state. And I am letting go, and then just we're letting go and we're purifying, and then I'm talking about let's get rid of the black goo in your body and letting it go, and like I just ripped off my cape, couldn't even keep it on. And then I'm laughing because yes, I said, I bet this is the first time your speaker stripped at the podium. And I remembered with Dr. Sharon, one of the first times I was with her, and she was and I think it was the night she was interviewing me, or maybe the next day, a week or two later, she was introducing me where she was giving services then. And I went up with my cards, my miracle deck. And I said to her, I said, well, why don't you pull a card, Dr. Sharon? And she broke out laughing. She said, this is the first time in all her years as a minister that there were cards pulled in one of her services. So I thought that was pretty good. All right. So I'm going to take it deep. And here's what Tina and I are planning. Tina Marie and I are planning a show once a week. Well, hopefully once a week, where we do readings. Well, I do the readings, but Tina helps with them. She helps support you in having the readings. And maybe one card might be a gift from us, but it'll be 2 card readings, 3 card readings, and mini life purpose. So maybe mini life purpose with 1 or 2 cards. And we'll be asking for donations for that. And I will say the following. I've been doing these shows for years, giving these readings for free. I've never, it's just time for the studio and for me to have an equal exchange. So I'd love to have your feedback on that, guys. But you're going to be hearing from us. And if you want to get on my email list to hear about when we're going to launch that, go to joanofangels.com and get on that email list to find out. All right. So the first reading we're going to do is for everyone in group. I'm going to do a little group reading. I want to bring in the power of the earth energy, because one of the things I really have become awakened to is how we have to awaken the energy of planet Earth. So many of us are disconnected. We live in apartments. Our toes are not touching the sand. And it's time to sparkle and touch the earth. All right. And the card I pulled it's called Panthera, and it's about the precious and the rare. And to me, what that card says is to remember something. You are precious and rare. Each and every one of us is like a precious stone. In fact, when I say that, if I said, well, what kind of precious stone do you see yourself as? How are you glittering in the world today? That is a good awakening. And on Saturday morning or Sunday morning, I had a dream that there was a long rectangle table in my room, and it was filled with these glittering gems that were just glittering and glowing. They were magnifique. But now I'm saying, to think about what gem would you be if you were a gem? And that is the card from my Earth deck. So obviously Earth wants you to remember we come from, yes, we're carbon-based. We're life forms. Forgot all my biology at this point. But we are connected to the earth, guys. We are connected to every being on this planet. Promise you that. All right, so let's put Kelly back up. If she promises to confess and let us know a little bit about her giggling miracle that is pouring out. I feel like she can barely contain us. All right, you can always book a session to tell us, but I want you to tell us a little bit now. So but we're going to pull a card from the Masters of Miracles. We're going to ask right now that they show us what is going on for Kelly, some good information for her as she calls forth her miracles, as she magnetizes this miracle wave, because that's what it is. It's a miracle wave, guys. When you catch the miracle wave, then good things start happening organically. So when you start and do your miracle brew, then you get to the next phase. So, sweetheart, the angel of love is thinking she's getting married, something juicy like that. off to an exotic, exciting honeymoon. The angel of love, fluff your wings, dear one. You can do this. You can do this. So your heart is excited. There's a lot of excitement in the air. There's an awful lot of, you're not alone. I feel like he's an enthusiastic partner in your life. That may not be the only exciting thing you're doing, but definitely good things are happening. So taking a deep breath, Kelly, and the rest of you, because I know there's a few of you that are on a miracle wave that I know about. So taking a few deep breaths, like just imagine now that you're on a surfboard, all of you there, so we can catch the miracle wave with all of our miracle wave friends. We want to be on that miracle wave too, right? So let's paddle our surfboard. Okay, nice and easy. You paddle your surfboard. I guess when you see that wave, right? Of course, I don't surf, but you paddle that wave, right? Until you see that wave going just like this, right? You can't see my arm, but you go just like that, and you get up right into it. Right, and then you take off and you soar. And then you keep going, and you're propelled not by paddling anymore, right? You only needed to paddle to take off, which is called activating your miracle. You put it in your consciousness, you put it in your brew, you write it down, you magnetize it, you raise your vibration. Now the wave takes you. So on its own accord, the wave now takes you, and the synchronicities continue one after another. Good things happen. You are surfing the higher waves of consciousness with a hand up from your guides, your angels, and from spirit. Because when you are able to catch that miracle wave, I'm promising you that what you're looking at has already been ordained by spirit. And the only thing up for grabs was how committed you were to swim, how committed you were to paddle and do what you're doing. Has to do with your healing gardens and your love for your community. So you are establishing that which is rocking your heart, making your heart sing, and launching it into the world. And so we will pull another card for you. So I get used to the idea that we're going to start pulling. And guys, I hope some of you are interested in joining us on the show of doing those readings. So Kelly, this is the second card for you to see what it would say about it. Oh, well, that is funny. 2 cards did fall on the floor. Oh, yes. Isn't that amazing? So, when the card falls on the floor, it's your volunteer. And so those 2 cards, Kelly, and guys, I met Kelly. It's so funny. I met her like in 2015 or 16. I was at the Shakti Fest. I had just come out to this area, and I actually literally still remember that far back. And that's 7 or 8 years. Okay. So for you, Kelly Bird, first of all, your guides are saying dream a beautiful dream. So keep dreaming that dream. All right. Keep dreaming that dream. You are not alone. And the second card that comes out is new birth. Guard it vigilantly. So with your new dream, you build it up, you prepare it, you hold it in your consciousness, you share it with like-minded people as you mastermind it into reality, and then you go for it. Because I do believe, and I do believe that you have the wherewithal to have an amazing launch and bring a community of like-minded people together. You're very, very gifted, Kelly. And this card here says this, yes, fluff your wings. You can do this. You can bring this out into the world. And this is for every one of you. If you're brewing something like Tina Marie and I are brewing a new show, you bring your wings back and you just, yes, I can do this. And you feel into the guidance your guides are giving you to do this work. So keep us appraised, Kelly, of when you're going to be doing it and links to where you're launching it. Put it on Calling All Angels. And I have a group, guys, called the Miracle Makers Club. All right. So, Kelly, I think the stars are definitely aligned in your favor. and you are on the right path. All right, so that would be kind of a reading. That would be a two card reading. When we're sort of talking about it, maybe a little bit more, you can ask more questions about it. But looking into, is this the right time for you to do what you're doing? Yes. Will it be successful? Yes. It'll take elbow grease, but the dream is being brewed. So that's kind of what we're going to do. All right, I leave it to Tina Marie now. That's why she gets the big box. Lots of TLC from us. By the way, I put out a call for a volunteer last year, and she stood up and said yes. And it's been just so fun to work with her. And I think that's why people like the show. I think she secretly does magical energy healing in the back. Okay, so we have Kimberly Reagan. May you please have a card? Yes, you may. And I think we're going to do the miracle card, and probably in alignment with another card. It's just what I'm called to do. And I suppose because I'm Joan of Angels, I could do that because I follow the direction. So hopefully, guys, you're following the instructions. You wake up every day and go, okay, Spirit, what do you have for me to do today? All right. So this is very, very interesting. Can you put that card up that I'm reading? Oh, I love you, Kelly Bird. Thank you so much. So I just pulled cards for someone that you had put up a second ago. There, Kimberly. Thank you. Don't confuse me. All right. So, Kimberly. Interesting, the cards I got. So the first card I pulled from the Miracle deck is called Miracle Synchronicities. And guys, if you want this deck, I only sell it privately. It's not listed anywhere. Tina will put my email address down there, joan@joanofangels.com. If you want the deck, it's $35 plus tax and shipping. You could email me and I have about 5 of them left, and they do want to get out of my closet, okay? And they're great cards. So the Miracle Pathway is the introduction. So when you get the deck, the top 4 or 5 cards show up, and then they have reading on it. God, I don't know what I'm saying. And this card that I pulled for you is talking about the Miracle Pathway. So when I pull this card in a reading, I get that it's time for you to step on your own miracle pathway, to create miracles, to have more of what you want. So in this, and this is how my family and I discovered miracles. Real life synchronicities and challenging experiences became known as the miracle path. They discovered, that's me and my kids, they discovered for themselves what believing in the power of, and this is the part for you. You're needing to learn, and all of you here needing to learn the power of believing in your dreams, believing in miracles, believing in prayer, believing in affirmations, believing in visualizations that will activate your DNA for miracles. Your soul is calling to be awakened for miracles. And this card actually tells you prayer, verbal devotion, affirmations will activate your DNA. And that is what is required. Why? Because the other card I pulled was upside down, and it's called the power of attraction. So when a card is upside down, it means that it's an area we need to focus on. We need to transform. We need to bring light into that. So I would say the power of affirmations. First of all, I would start affirming I'm a magnet for miracles. I attract miracles easily, effortlessly. I am a miracle magnet. So I would start by that. I am healthy, wealthy, and happy. I am stepping into my destiny. But the power of attraction, and when it's upside down, means we need to raise that light frequency within us so we become a magnet of light and a projector of light as well, or a reflector. So we attract and then we reflect. And so Spirit is asking you to use some of those tools to up your miracle alchemy. Does that make sense? So let me know if the reading hits, if it makes sense. You guys can train me as a reader. How's that? All right. Catlin Day says she's a miracle magnet because she knows all about the power of becoming a miracle magnet. Oh, and there she was asking for a card. All right. Well, I kind of like this playing of putting a miracle card out and then the other cards. I feel like it's a good format. I'm putting my email address here. If you want the Miracle Messages deck, just reach out to me. Okay, there's 5 decks left. And you can't get them anywhere else. Right here. And I like my art too. Okay, so there you have it, right there. Go. Now, Cat. All right. So for Cat. Aha. So Cat, the cards that I'm pulling out for you. So very interesting. So the miracle card, the miracle message I pulled for you is Heaven's Path. Your way is clear. And what I saw was like there were a lot of stones that had been in the way, rubble. It actually weren't even stones, rubble. And you were kind of trying to pick your way over them up until now. But what I'm seeing is that I guess there was a rubble shoveler, like a snowplow that has gone through, and they're actually clearing that path to heaven, that path to your next step, that path to the higher frequencies that you're looking for. So they're saying you have to let go because it's time to move forward. And at the same time, there'll be signs. Follow the signs. So listening to the guidance you get, awakening to the signs, the messages, so I don't know if birds are signs for you, but I'm hearing something like a crow or birds giving you messages. And then the other card that I pulled, I really like this 2-card series here, is what is already with you. So and it's opening your hands to receive that which you can already claim, that which is already with you. So we're going to do that. Now, we're going to do one more reading like this. And then the one after that, Tina, is going to be the soul awakening reading. Kind of the life purpose reading is a better way to put it. So we'll pick one more. All right, Terry. And very glad that you're on the stream, Terry, with us. I love this. I turned it over to Tina Marie, so I don't go, oh, wait, she's got her own system. All right. Okay. So very, very interesting already for the cards for you, Terry. I was going to pull it from the deck that I was shuffling, and then the other one called me, and that's a master teacher. So they're asking you to really go within. The first card I'm going to show you is you aligning with yourself. What do you feel? And so the shaman is sitting there cross-legged under the full moon. You can see the full moon, and in her hand is Earth or a globe. So she's able to, using her focus, using her higher consciousness, she's able actually to elevate this globe that's in her hand using shamanic magic. And she says, what do you feel? Feel. And you know how when we rub our hands together, we can feel that energy. We feel those frequencies. So that card is about what you're feeling. And this one is about master teachers. So working with a master teacher, we bring you wisdom from the stars. Align and integrate and remember who you are. What do you see? What do you feel? What do you remember? Especially with those high intuitive frequency gifts that were part of your soul. So you are waking up more to who you are, and align, integrate, and remember who you are. So this was from Sedona, this particular image, but it is the master teacher. So perhaps there's a master teacher you're calling in. So when the student is ready, the teacher occurs, and when the teacher is ready, the master shows up. Something like the student shows up. All right. All right. Now, this one, Tina Marie, get a year and date of birthday. Okay. Anyone like that life purpose reading? And if so, give Tina your year, date, and birth. And we're going to incorporate it now. We're practicing. Am I doing a decent job? And then we're going to put up the life purpose event, because this is sort of a little touch of how I work with people in that kind of setting. So we're going to take a little different card for you. That was from the Sacred Travelers. We're going to take a kind of a Sacred Rebel. I think that's kind of funny. Okay, but we need your year and date of birth. So let's put someone who's got a year and date of birth. Tina, thank you very much. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right. Of course, I have to have my pen, my other brain for a second. Well, that's already interesting. You're already 111. Okay, good. Glad you did that. Okay, so all those ones in your name, Marina, are powerhouses. They are cards that have to do with they're numbers rather that have to do with your sense of personal power, your sense of being a leader, your sense of walking a path, your sense of chopping away anything that stands in the way of you achieving your dreams. And your birth path adds up to a 10, a 1910, which is also a 1-0. So that means your life path is a 1, new beginnings, leadership, entrepreneurship, guiding other people, someone who's creative, constantly thinks of new ideas, new directions, someone who needs to remember that they're here for a mission, and that their mission or goal, it's like being a knight in shining armor. And when you're a knight in shining armor, you have your mission as sort of the dragon up here, slay the dragon, but you have adventures along the way, but they don't define you. So your life's purpose is really about your personal power. And also, even when you're not feeling it, I guess the best way to put it is you have a lot of spiritual challenges. You have harder challenges than most people. So that is something that is part of your life path. And at the current moment of time, they're really encouraging you that this new journey you're on is a journey of your heart. And so this year you're in a year of new beginnings also. So you're a 1 with new beginnings and leadership and sense of direction and power in your life, but you're also in new beginnings that began on your birthday. And I pulled this card, Voyage of the Heart. So this one is going to be a heartfelt journey. So I don't know how old you are, but you're now ready for the journey of heart and your intuition, listening to the guidance that you are receiving. not the logical explanations, but this is your heartfelt new direction. So let us know if that helps, okay? That's kind of a sample of some of the things. Now, in the class, and Tina, show the class now. In the class, we're going to go, of course, deeper. In fact, the first class is going to be going into, can you scroll it down a little bit? Or click on that. No, click on that so they can see what happens when you click on it. So I can see what happens when you click on it too and be remembered. But it's 4 sessions and it is a group. And anyone who's been in my group can tell you that my groups are juicy. They're very love-filled. They're very hard. They're just magical. That's probably because I have a master's in group training, but this tells you a little bit more. It is 4 filled weeks, probably 90 plus minutes, because that's just the way it will go. But part of the class will be the group interaction. And I honestly believe that group interaction is great for everyone. It fills your heart connecting to other people. And of course, with all privacy, we do have an agreement that you don't tell everyone what we talked about and what your struggles are, because they're yours. So confidentiality is definitely highlighted in here too. But as you can see, if you want more happiness and joy, more commitment and focus, if you want to be able to wake up over the next few months and feel like you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, you feel a sense of fulfillment, then the class is for you. And I say that because I love you all dearly. And, things are not going to be a smooth flow for the next period of time. And people are reaching out to me going, how can I live my soul-filled purpose? What is my soul-filled purpose? So I'm going to tell you all, oh my good, my dear friend Jody is here. I love you, Jody. Welcome, welcome. Your soul-filled purpose, to know your soul-filled purpose, is what will help you get through these next few years where things are going to be wonky on the planet. You are so welcome, love. Things are going to be really wonky on the planet. So when we know who we are, then whatever the outside forces might be saying or doing, inside here, you know what you're doing, okay? You know your response, you know what you're doing, you know how to manage. And so your personal confidence level inside is what is so important. And that's the other reason I'm going to also add this format where we're doing readings and healings, by the way, guys. Healings will still be occurring in the readings. Again, what am I going to call it? So, guys, if any of you have an idea for that particular show that I'm going to do weekly with the readings and with the healings also, put it down there. Good. So, wonderful. I'm going to take a moment break. And that is the link for the Live Your Life Purpose Now class. It's my favorite class. Well, one of my favorites. I love teaching. All right. And here's the funny thing. When I was younger, it's so embarrassing, my dad was convinced that I should be an elementary school teacher. Okay. He would only pay for me to go to college as an elementary school teacher. That was it. So I go to be an elementary school teacher, and I hate it. I hate it. So he allowed me to change to science teaching. So now I'm in the biology / teaching, and I get sent to this middle school outside of Boston. Kids were taller than me. I was a newbie, and 7th or 8th grade, and I was very shy. I had my teacher, the master teacher, okay, I can only tell you that it was the worst year of my life. It was the most humiliating. It culminated, by the way, not only did I flunk student teaching, but I did get a job as a teacher, and I had to quit because I quit in shame because the kids set fire to my classroom. All right. I had to call the front office of a middle school and say, well, this is whatever my name was then, Joan, can't remember even my name. And the kids have just said there's a fire in our classroom. Now, you can imagine, and I see Tina's laughing. She is laughing. I should put her on the screen. She's laughing at me. No, she's laughing at me. It was so embarrassing and mortifying, my dear ones, that the shame was in my belly. And so teaching became associated with that shame, like elementary school, and people watching me, students. So the irony of it, guys, is that I have a master's in counseling, and I'm now offering many workshops. The more workshops I can do, the happier I am. And in the groups, because I love teaching, I don't have that mortifying experience, because that's what clearing and releasing and healing is about. You release your shame. All right. So even Tina Marie understands that. Oh my God. And so I'm going to tell you, I never went back. They set fire to the class on Friday, and I called at the school over the weekend, and I never, ever, ever went back. Ever, ever, ever. Holy moly. All right. So I was missing in action for 40 years from that school. But I was convinced I could never teach again. So you can imagine when you have implants like that. And that it led Sheila to kind of share with me that I was a 33 type walk-in, because the experiences were so shameful in my early years that my soul left my body, my other self fractured. So I didn't come in completely whole. All right. So now I'm going to ask Spirit what kind of reading to do. Hold on. So is there anyone here that would like to come to our readings group? Going to enjoy coming to the readings? Christine, I know you signed up for that. And I'm excited that you signed up for that too. I'm not going to expose who did sign up for it, but I'm excited. And yeah, it's going to be a fun class. It's my heart is in that class. Just so you know, my heart is in those classes, because it's my chance to be a mother hen. All right. I am a crone. I don't see myself as a crone, though. My nose is too short for crone, but I am a crone in a way. And I love having hands-on. I'm a little mother hen, especially around my kids or my people. Okay, good. So higher dimension, you're super interested. Tina, we're going to put the bit.ly link back in for the group, for that group class. You can go to their link. It's the Ascended Master store. By the way, you are all Ascended Masters. Each and every one of you are Ascended Masters. Thank you. And we'll put it back in the chat link too, so you can copy it from there. I like to make it easy for you. Make it easy. Okay. So now you all know that I'm moving to Arizona, right? I'm very, very excited. And I'll let you all know when that's going to happen. Good. Friend, am I showing up? Becca, you must be, because I see you. I see your name, Becca. There she is. Okay, I put in the link to that class. Go check it out. And I hope you all join me there. We will have a good time. And it's the next best thing to being hands-on in person, and maybe even better in a certain way. All right, so we will all enjoy that. All right, I'm shuffling the cards. All right, before we get off, let's do one mini soul awakening, okay? Someone who put their date of birth in there, let's do one more of those. You realize it's just a touch of what you're going to get. Go ahead, Tina, put someone in with a birthday. Higher dimension. Well, I could tell you that we know where your soul is going. All right, well, this is very, very interesting for you too, higher dimension. Okay, well, let's just start a little bit with that for you, is that you are in a one, you're a 1-0, you're a 10. Your birth path is all about what we gave before for the last birth path reading we did. In a sense, it's very, very similar to hers, because you're about leadership, stepping in. Okay, first of all, it's about claiming your power. That's the first part. That's why I talk to you about knowing your soul purpose, because you have to claim your power. You have to claim who you are. You have to remember who you are. You have to authentically kind of, I do that process where you send your roots to the earth, you send them up to the heaven, and then you are connected and you walk forward fearlessly. You are being called to walk forward fearlessly. You are being called actually to step into your destiny, to stop giving away your power. So I'm hearing that you need to claim your power back, and that means your time and your energy. So who's taking your time, dissipating your energy? Because your success comes from when your heart sings. So what are you doing that's making your heart sing, so that you can then clear away what's in your path to get to where you're going? So I did that, a few moments ago. I forget who I was talking to, but I said, well, I see, maybe that was Kat over there. I said rocks on your pathway, but now I see that pathway has nice size stones, but it's not cluttered. So that means to just keep clearing away what's in your way. Use Archangel Michael's sword so you can walk on your path. The other thing on your birth path too, now that's so interesting. The card that came out for you too is a voyage of the heart. And when they tell us that, it says where you're going has to do, and I so appreciate that, Christine. I love her dearly. I love you all dearly. Just know that, when you get on my shows with me and then you comment and then I get to know you, or you work with me in any way, shape, or form, then I have a chance to give you a ton of love. Okay, so for you, my love, in the reading that I'm giving you, there's distance thunder. Okay, so clear the air. So it's a matter of clearing away what is standing in your way, any debris, any less than, any shame that's in the way of you getting where you are going to go. You have a destiny. And remember, guys, I'm telling you all, what is your destiny? Your major destiny is you came down here to be part of this great awakening, to help hopefully remember who you are and why you're here, so you can help hold steady while all the rest of the people are going crazy. I hold this Miracle Monday, I didn't even tell you the bottom line, is so that you guys have the confidence, strength, and courage that when the SHIT hits the FAN, you're already miracle makers. You are full-fledged members of the Angel Brigades. You know who you are and your purpose, and you go, yeah, it is shaky, and let's look at the solutions we have to handling this. Rather than going into crisis mode, panic mode, we've been trained for this. We are here for this. We know who we are. So that is that purpose of that class. Think of it as a preparation. Some people are doing survival preparation. We are doing mental, spiritual consciousness preparation. There are things that we really need to prepare for mentally. And the way to prepare is to be so grounded that even if the shit hits the fan, you get up out of bed, you go, I'm Joan of Angels. Okay, we got it. We got it. This is what we're going to do. And it comes to you. Is that possible? Yes. Is that possible for you? Yes. So on your path here, clear the air of two things I'm hearing, not just what's in your way, but clear the air of the frequencies from the outside world attacking each and every one of you. Clear the air. Hear the voice of your own drummer. All right. So now I want to do one more reading. Is Fleet still in the house? Fleet, are you there? If Fleet is there, post a comment and say Fleet is in the house. Because if Fleet is in the house, Fleet gets a reading. All right, Fleet is on an amazing miracle path. Okay, he might not be on. We'll catch him next time when he hops in. Whoa, he is on such a strong miracle path that half the deck just spread out on the floor. All right, we are going to take one more card reading. Oh, Flint's in the little Prince Fleet Easton. I started to call you Flint. I started to put all the words together. I love Prince Fleet Easton. You can catch him on his Facebook page. His voice is extraordinary. He's even becoming an actor. Wait, what was that? Thank you. Much gratitude. It resonated. Thank you. I always need to hear that. Confirmation works. Listen, mediums get confirmation that they found the right person who passed. I was going to say they found the right dead person for you, and you confirm it. You say, yes, that's my brother. So now you can say, yes, Joan, you got it right. You got it right. All right, tuning into Prince. So we want to pull a miracle card. He is on a miracle wave, an extraordinary miracle wave. We love him dearly. He's been a part of my own miracle wave too. So we'll pull a card for him. People call me Flint too. Oh, that's so funny. Well, Flint is when you put Prince Fleet comes to a I don't even know how it happened. All right. So, oh my goodness. All right, Fleet, this is really wise and sage. Okay. So we're going to take this deck. We are going to shuffle. All right, we're back to the Sacred Traveler deck. Guys, these were the Sacred, the Urban Rebel, no, not Urban Rebel, the Sacred Rebel and the Sacred Traveler. Two great little decks. And so, Fleet, here's what the cards say for you. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Okay, so this is really good. So the first, how do I want to do it? All right, so the first card is this. Flint creates a spark. It does. All right, I'm going to call him Flint this week. So for Flint, you are on the path of the initiate now. And that is a very strong path. You've been on it for many, many years. But when you're on the path of the initiate, that means that our choices, it's like like being on a pyramid. And as we go closer to the top, there's less and less kind of choices. So we need to be very intentional about the vibrational frequency of where we're going, that it's in the path of alignment with you as the Reverend Prince Fleet Easton, you as one who carries a spark of divinity, who has been helping people lift their frequency to where they're going. So all you need to do is allow your guides to courageously help you step into your destiny, follow the path, not of the material world so much as when it rocks your soul. So you get a call like you're going to do this, this, and this. And when you hear your heart going, yes, 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 that is where you're being called to. And that is what that spark is doing. And the other card that came out with it is called Releasing Allegiances. So allegiances hold us back. Allegiances are like nooses around our neck that someone might, pull your chain, that they have power over you. You committed to them. You did a soul contract with them. So we say, break all soul contracts now of anyone who is pulling you to do anything that is not following that voice within that's calling your destiny. So you are on, we talked in the very beginning about the alchemy of miracles, the miracle brew, so you can catch that wave. It is happening for you. But as it happens, release ties, soul contracts that no longer serve, that are actually repressing and holding you back. All right? So that is exactly what is going on for you. And to remember, and this is for everyone, I want to leave you all with this. I am being guided by spirit to courageously step into my destiny. All right, so this has been Miracle Monday. I told you if you want to know about the new program with Tina Marie and I, go to the website, get that free ebook. If you want to take the class, please sign up. We've put all those links for it. Sign up for the Live Your Life Purpose Now class so you can have deeper awakenings to what you're here to do as you hold the light steady. And also, don't forget that these oracle card readings are just to help you dip into more information on your path. So reach out if you want deeper readings. Reach out and give us any feedback you'd like about our readings, anything that we're doing, because we love your feedback. And so we're going to leave you with these concepts. Number one, expect miracles. It is your birthright. And I love this affirmation. I am being guided by spirit to courageously step into my destiny. So tonight, let's all use that one. I am being guided by spirit to courageously step into my destiny. One more time for yourself. I am being guided by spirit to courageously step into my destiny, to become a magnet for miracles, to attract that which is for my highest good, to help raise my vibrational frequency so that I can be aligned body, mind, and spirit to do what I came here to do. I am aligned with spirit to step into my destiny. I want to leave you with that on Miracle Monday. I want to thank you all for being here. I want to give a big shout out to Tina Marie for being here. For all of you who've been with us before, if you're new, please like, subscribe, and share it out with your tribe so we can keep growing. Love you all, and we'll see you next Monday on Miracle Monday.